Shalom. Today we're going to be looking at a Bible code about the Holy of Holies. And this Bible code is found in Genesis chapter 48, verses 1 through 11. And that portion of Scripture is talking about Jacob giving his blessing to Joseph's two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. So that's the context of this Scripture. Now, Holy of Holies is Kadosh HaKadoshim. It's found here. Kadosh is red with the black lettering, Kadosh. HaKadoshim is sharing the kuf and going up at a vertical skip of 24 letters apart. And that's why this table is so small, going horizontally, because it's only a skip of 24. Okay, some other words that are in this table. We have Heikal, which is the temple or the sanctuary. Priest is twice in this table, in this blue. Kahun, and it's sharing a noon here with another word. Priest is here as well. This priest is crossing over the word holy, Kadosh. And we have the word breastplate here in this blue and white. The word ephod is here in the yellow. So they're in very close proximity. The high priest wore the breastplate, which is also called the ephod, the garment that he wore. We have the word embroidery here in this pink, crossing over the access term. And we know that the curtain in between the holy place and the Holy of Holies was woven and had embroidery in it. It had cherubim woven into it. And also the garments of the high priest were woven. Twice we have the word covenant here in the brown, going down at a diagonal skip here. And sharing the resh is another covenant here, going across. The word prayer is in this green, and Yeshua, when he was cleaning out the temple and the money changers, he said, "My Father's house will be a house of prayer," and that's a quote from one of the prophets. Deuteronomy is here, and it's actually in the plain text of Scripture in Genesis chapter 48. Commandment, mitzvah, is in this teal, going up, and it's intercepting ephod, interlaced with that. Eternity, olam, in this peach color. That's in the plain text of Scripture as well. Now, some words that are the exact same skip as holies is, we have Uzziah in this purple. And if you remember in Isaiah chapter 6, he writes, "In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw Yahuwah high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple." And we already looked at temple. That's crossing over Uzziah. And so Isaiah had a vision of Yahuwah, and the seraph took coals from the altar and touched Isaiah's lips so that his utterance would be cleansed. And here is speech, utterance in this pink. The exact same skip as the access term. The other word that's the same skip is Romans, in this blue, going down. And it was the Romans that destroyed the temple in AD 70. Some other words, we have Yahuwah in this purple, crossing over the access term. El Shaddai in the plain text. With this program, they do blot out letters when it's spelling Yahuwah or Elohim or El Shaddai. So you don't know unless you've seen the actual Hebrew scripture that is what that is meant to be. It should be an El, a Lamed there, and a Dalet there. But they put two random marks there. We have Ariel here in this mauve, and that's another name for Jerusalem. And Bethlehem is actually here. It's in the plain text of Scripture. And I thought that was interesting because Yeshua was born in Bethlehem. And Bethlehem means the house of bread. Yeshua is the bread of life. And another thing is, in the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 22, it says that there is no temple, because Yahuwah and the Lamb are its temple. So it was in Bethlehem that our living temple was born. And last but not least, we have the word for ark, Arum, in the white with the black lettering. And it's crossing right over Holy of Holies. And right here we have covenant, so Ark of the Covenant. And there's covenant there as well. And that is the table about the Holy of Holies. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Shalom.